What?
Nah, I'm eating a roasted pecan.
Nuts is
Um,
wild.
Damn,
leave me
but
alone. Leave me alone. Okay. Um, but no, you're right because I work with nurses who do home care, and there be male nurses who are very qualified. Sometimes for me, I feel like a lot of times the male nurses are better than the female sometimes just because it's like they're just like, they provide great care, they're kind of just straight to the point, whatever. But a lot of men will not allow a male nurse to take care of, I wouldn't say their girls or daughters, I'm saying their sons at that. They would
mm,
not allow another man to even care for their son who has medical needs.
You,
And
argument I got into yesterday, like in real life with some family members, because my little sister, um, she's a surgeon, and I think, and this is my personal opinion, the most useless like job for a man, like the most ridiculous thing that a man would like go to school for and like get a degree in and like practice
being a
is a
nurse, Ray.
gynecologist.
Oh,
A
okay.
gynecologist, yeah. Like,
Okay.
oh, can you hear me?
No, I thought you was gonna say being a nurse, Ray. My bad.
Oh no, I think that's ridiculous too. But being a gynecologist, like having a special study on women's bodies and vagina, it just seems very awkward to me. And I don't know why. It might just be a me. But yeah, man, that's something that the women should do.
Yo, that's crazy, bro.
Like you take your wife in there stack and she's about to get a little checkup and some nigga comes out the back to check out that coochie. Like
and,
it's
and
just
you
like
gotta
yeah.
think these
Yeah,
gynecologists,
Ray.
like
Yeah.
all the boomers are retired, so these are millennial
I
gynecologists. So right
know.
at
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like back in the day, niggas, and that didn't make it less creepy just because niggas was like 100. It just because they lived through slave. They didn't go to school with black people. You know what I'm saying? So, but it is kind of a thing because it's like, yo, like why did you could have did anything? You could have focused on male bodies, but this nigga's a freaky. I know I'm not saying that every professional is a freaky frog, but there are some cases, you know.
I mean, there's a lot of cases. You see what's going viral, Ray. I see. You know what the cases is. The way the freaky frogs is, Ray. Let me keep it real for y'all. In the school, a lot of these teachers getting locked up. I don't know what it is going on in the air right now, but they're getting locked up for fucking with the students. What's wrong with you guys? Something is there? Is what like okay? What in the right mind, Ray, Kimberly, whoever can chime in, but what in the right mind puts you in school and says, "Yeah, I'm about to fuck with a minor"? Like, what in your mind thought that was smooth? And then they be getting caught. They be getting caught, Ray, caught, red-handed. I just what makes you know that okay? Because
Stack
it's
is
not. It's really not.
horrible,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
I'm someone who works in education.
I've just
I'm
been seeing a lot
seeing
of
it.
cases of it lately, Kimberly. I know it's always been going on,
Oh
Yeah,
but
yeah,
lately I've
it's
been seeing
really
a
bad.
lot.
I'm in the same work.
it's
Well, not
hor-
the same work, but it's bad. Go ahead.
yeah, it's horrible, and I see it like, especially for some of the males. I've even had to say to some female students, like, "Why are you going in his classroom when nobody's in there?" A lot of these teachers don't have boundaries. Cause some of the little girls are really hot and fast tail. I will admit, I work in schools that are in underprivileged areas, but it's still on the educator to set that boundary. And yeah, some of these teachers, they just way too friendly, letting the kids play in their hair, just all kind of foolishness be going on.
and they don't think it's a problem. That's the thing. They don't like even if it's very innocent and they just think, okay, cool. They don't understand the dynamic. Like, okay, like that doesn't look good. Like I understand. Like you don't have any fucking like ill until ill intention. You're just trying to kind of connect with your students. But sometimes, like especially in the times we live in, unfortunately, you had those bad apples that ruined
You
it for
know
the
what?
rest
You
of
know what it is,
everyone.
butter. The back then when I was growing up, and Ray, tell me if
I have
I'm
a question
lying.
for you,
Any,
Bottom. Why are
no,
you having
no,
a
no.
white bitch in here called?
Fahad. No. I have a question for you guys. Back in the day, right, Ray? The teachers were ugly. Okay, I wasn't
That's a
trying to fuck
fact.
my math teacher. They were fat.
That's a
Okay, they were
fact.
fat. They wore overalls. They were there for teaching. They
Bring
weren't there
back
for
ugly
Instagram.
teachers.
Yeah, bring back ugly teachers that fucking yell at me and have stink breath. That's fine.
Yeah.
But now, what do we have in there, Ray? Bunch of fucking social media influencer young teachers now that want to wear Lululemon and Skims. Like
No,
that's
they
what we need.
literally are the same age as the students. That's the biggest problem, right? Like
Exactly.
they don't pay teachers enough, so they're literally dealing with like young adults getting
Exactly.
straight out of college, which those kids that are like in that and it's a power of it's a position of authority, which and these are just adults, right? Like so that's a very like problematic thing. But when we talk about the development of certain people, now what I have found interesting is that when you look at the women doing it, they're closer in age to the students that they're dealing with. But when you look at like all of these cases with men, these niggas are 40 with families and kids that are like the same age. Like, and I'm like super confused because I was like, we had a case here that's going on. Two twins. I actually know these niggas. One of them was molesting his daughter. No, they both were doing this. And yeah, like, and they were molesting the daughter, or the uncle was molesting the daughter, and then but yeah, these niggas are crazy as fuck, bro. Like, and in this same world, right? We're talking about like, even pull up the cases. Like, Kim, have you ever like looked at the cases in depth?
I haven't read, but I will because I'm working on something. So
Yeah,
that's something I need to look into.
look at now. I think all of these things are mental illnesses, but look at the circumstances surrounding most of the women. I'm not gonna say it here, but it's an interesting thing to see, right? When you look at the men that are participating in this behavior, right? Because like so, okay, and I'll say this: some of the young boys, right, in some of these cases, they got caught because they were bragging to their homeboys about knocking down a teacher, right? to where uh
Mm.
to where like a lot of these cases with the men, these girls were like getting in trouble for doing other things, like hiding things, hiding their phone, locking their parents out of certain stuff, so they weren't discovered fucking this adult man who had told them to do all these like you know like kind of deceptive type of behaviors and stuff like that. And track coaches, these coaches that work on these girls teams and these girls sports, just got to keep your eyes out, man. Just got to keep your eyes out.
Appreciate you, Ray. I just and like Ray was saying earlier, it's like, bring back ugly teachers, bring back the people that came there for school. No more Lululemon, no more tight clothes when you walk in there.
You know
We
the
want to
only
make
That
attractive
part's a
huge
teacher,
fact.
motherfucker.
yo Stack. You know the only attractive teachers that even existed were like substitutes, and it was like
Or the
literally
art
like
Yo, you never
teacher.
one.
seen them
Or the
again,
art
Ray? You
That's
never
a
teacher.
seen them the
fact.
next?
Yeah, like or the art teacher. Oh my God, the art teacher.
Oh, the
Yeah, the
art
art
teacher
teacher was
always bad.
the art teacher was always one of two types: old white lady who was mad cool, probably married to a black dude and went to like a smoke fest at one point, or it was a black chick that didn't shave her underarms. Like it's always like one of them. Like ain't no, they got the same outfit. Like I can just imagine it. Yeah, that's crazy.
I was gonna say that. Bring
But
back dress code.
Hey
Or
Kim,
the
you want to
women
know
gym
why that?
teachers. The
But
women
Butter,
gym
you want to know
teachers.
why that? Butter, you want to know why that kept us focused? The ugliness, because we weren't there trying to fuck and being on Instagram. You understand? I didn't want to go on
Sad.
Instagram and go see you on Instagram.
When your teacher, when
I
your
didn't want to
female,
follow my math teacher on Instagram, Ray. I didn't
hey
want to pull up
Stack,
your shit.
Well, Instagram probably
when your
wasn't a thing when you were in school, so
Shut up.
that's funny as hell.
MySpace.
But
What up? You try to call me old?
when all women teachers had small beards. You know what I'm talking about? Like they were, our, t- our, they had one gold tooth. Like what? Like the white ones. Like you know what I'm saying? Like this shit was crazy.
But
Niggas did
it's
not want to
still
have
on the
sex with
teacher,
teachers.
y'all. The teacher gotta set that boundary because I can't
Yeah.
lie. I've been through
But
it. I've
Kimberly,
had to
all
check
the
some
teachers look good
students.
nowadays. We can't
I mean,
accept
I
that.
get it, Stack. Like I had one of my students because I worked with people who should have long been out of school at that, so it was quite challenging because some of my students were 19 and 20 years old. I come in class one day, they saying stuff about the principal butt being fat, and
Crazy.
I could have sat there and listened, but I checked them. So it's still on the educator because
See, Kimberly
these
did it the
young.
right way. Ray, we need more adults like Kimberly because it's like, yo, when you hear shit like that, you check it. If you just let it rock and you hearing it in the background, you just minding your business, kids are gonna think this shit's okay to push on adult. Like back then, Ray, if we was making hits on the fucking principal or the teacher, nigga, you know how much detention we got, Ray? Nigga,
That's a
our parents
fact,
is getting
Bro,
Stack.
Ray,
when
our
I tell
parents is getting
you
called.
when
Nigga,
I tell
we
you that they
grounded.
Hey, bro, when they used to hit that shit so heavy, right? Like a nigga say something and the teacher not even hear the shit. Let too many niggas laugh after that nigga says something. You going to detention, nigga. What you say? It don't even matter. Detention. The fuck you talking about, nigga? Like nigga, our teachers were not with none of that shit. I remember Miss Gillespie, right? She was like this Italian chick, and I think her dad was black. Nigga wrote a book, right? Shorty was a baddie. Okay, Shorty was a baddie, and she had a fatty. Okay, guess who could not look at her fatty? Little niggas in school, nigga. She was on it.
Hmm.
You can't even. She was like, if I see you seeing me, you're getting detention. I was like, what the fuck does that even mean? That's not even a real thing. She was like, you're here to learn. You're here to learn. She used to call niggas perverts and everything, bro. Like, she was like one of the first teachers that I actually remember speaking about like young boys being like disrespectful with their eyes or disrespectful with like their actions. And that stood out to me
Hmm.
because the only other person that I ever really heard talk grandfather. Men typically don't give advice to respect women, bro. Not that way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, she wasn't playing that shit, man. And she was when
Crazy.
we found out that her fiance was a black dude, nigga. Man, niggas was in there like, yeah, we knew it, nigga. We knew it, nigga. One for the team, nigga.
Yo, Ray's crazy. Nah, there was just a
Ray
certain
is
protocol.
very, very crazy.
Kimberly, there was just a certain protocol back in the day where we knew not to cross the lines with the teacher or
Oh
it was going
yes,
to be
Stack.
held to pay.
I
But no,
still
either
use
it's
some of
either that
those, Stack.
but you know what's
Honestly,
Kimberly? It wasn't. We didn't feel a need to get at the teachers. This is 2026. Back
Stack, because
back
they
then,
be
there was
coming
no
for
need to
us.
get
Do
at
you hear me?
them.
Like I
Exactly.
had one. I was so mad at him. I kicked him out of my class. He did something. He was like, "Miss, you need to get some wood." I said, "Get the hell
Get
out of
some
here."
what?
Woods.
Some wood.
Yeah, some wood.
I
Oh,
was like,
Hey,
"Oh hell no,
Kim,
get
what would you
out."
say if these young boys came in and said some of this like podcast rhetoric to you, like, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
hell.
Like what if a young nigga came in and was like, yo, Miss Kimberly, that's why you single now, cause you ain't trying to date down. You know what I'm saying? Like, what would you
Right.
yo,
do?
Ray,
Would
you
you
would
hit
hit him.
him? I would hit him. You should hit him.
Right. So
I hit him with
I'm
the
like
paddle,
an
right?
old
Hit him with the.
school teacher, to where by the end everybody loved me, but everybody knew me too, because I'm the teacher. Oh, you playing with me? Go to the board. And they be like, go to the board, go to the board. You about to write 200 times. I ain't about to write nothing. Yes, you are. Or you about to get out of my class. And they'll stand at that board and they write. And then it got around the school. Miss Dabney make you write on the board. Don't go in there tripping.
You
So
gotta put
yeah,
that
let's
tip
go
when you
old
so
school.
when you have that discipline in place, Kimberly, they know that so word gonna spread around like wildfire. Don't fuck with her, or you will get in.
Stack, when I tell you I done seen some stuff, I done saw drug deals where I walk up, oh, y'all about to do this deal in my class. Y'all think y'all finna do this? Oh, you too hip, miss. How you know? Cause I know.
Cause you selling drugs in my territory. You better tell him, Kim. She
Get
sells
off
the
my
drugs
block
at
with
that
that.
school. She sell the drugs. Nigga, go to Miss Kim class.
Miss
You're
Kim class
right.
is
Period. But by the end, all the kids love me. Cause they knew her. She don't play no games. She fine, but she
exactly, and
don't play.
she hip. But I'm saying when you got those teachers you could pull shit on, then that's what you pull. But I feel like this. There should be a class, right, Ray, Kimberly, everybody before they start getting into school systems on how not to flirt with the children. Like, what the fuck? Like, too many cases where
Nah,
they're
real
going into it. But I just don't feel like there's too like the boundaries with students. You get what I'm saying, Ray? Like, where's that handbook? We got all this shit in school and all this
Oh,
damn
they got
worksheet.
they got a bunch of classes, and there's
Where's that shit
actually
at?
like it's pretty serious because when something like that happens, there's lawsuits and stuff like that. So it's like a really big issue that they don't want to happen. Like, I don't think that like these school districts and stuff like that, they are really trying to combat it, but it
Mm-hmm.
is difficult because they don't pay teachers enough. All the experienced individuals that can like uphold that standard, they don't pay them. So they gotta
that's
hire
You
they
right.
gotta hire
crazy.
You right.
they gotta hire younger people.
Cause I promise that's
Mm.
why I'm not doing it anymore. I was like, oh baby,
Ray,
nah,
no,
not
no, I
no
want
way.
to talk to Ray real quick, Kimberly, because Ray's saying something. Ray, is that why there's no more old teachers, bro? I remember all my
Yeah,
teachers
they
being
dead.
old, bro. There was old there was no, and not really old. You know what I'm saying? Like they were older than us, bro. They were like 50, 40 from something years old. You feel me, Ray? And they were older than us. There's no more teachers around that age, bro. They're all
So
30 and under.
so the
Ray,
culprit is. Can you hear me?
yeah, brother.
Can you hear me? Oh, so the culprit is the getting priced out, right? Like people can't afford basic things anymore, right? So being a teacher back in the day, I would say probably like 15 years ago, was kind of, it was still mad difficult because they were having teachers purchase like all of the things for students, like they were having to use their own money and all this shit. But it used to buffer out because teachers got out for a couple of months out of the year, right? Like you get your summers and your schedule is, if you have children, it's really beneficial because your schedule's aligned with your kids' schedule. A lot of teachers, their kids would go to the same schools and stuff like that, which was just a major benefit. But it ended up being a problem when things started pricing out and the requirements were getting a little bit too unrealistic, right? So I think that, overall, the reason why you don't see a lot of older teachers, they can't afford, like, people, adults need adult money. You know what I'm saying? Like, people need to be making around $70,000, $80,000 a year. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's not what a new teacher is going to be making. I think it's what is it, like 45, 55, something like that. What is it, Kimberly? Like, what are entry level?
Yeah, at some of these schools it's lower than that, but it's about 40. But
Yeah,
some,
it's not, and it's not worth it. Like, there's teachers are extremely stressed.
Especially dealing
Like,
with all these other kids, right, Ray? Like if I'm
yeah,
a
like
young
these
kid,
children.
yo,
Well, you're not really dealing with the kids. You're dealing with their parents, and that's even
oh
worse, right? Like
Lord.
these people are insane, bro. Like and my wife used to be a teacher. We cut that shit out. I got her the fuck up out of there. I was a good girl. You don't even got to work, and you doing this. Like you be yelling at me because you yelling at them. That's crazy.
No,
Uh,
like right for real. That's why I got out because it's dealing with the students, dealing with their parents. Like students want to fight you. I had one little girl call her mama in the classroom. My Dukes, come up here, Miss Dabney
What?
tripping. Yeah, she like, my mama about to come up here and beat your ass. Da-da-da-da-da. Girl, call your mama, call your
That's
auntie,
crazy.
call whoever you want to call.
Now I'm gonna say
Everybody
this. I'm
know.
gonna say this. For 40,000 a year, I would have to be sitting on my ass. Like 40,000 a year, people would work it, but you would have to literally not stress a person out at all. Like for that 40,000,
and
I'm
that's
coming to
not
work
possible.
literally smoking a blunt.
And it's not
That's what
possible
I
because
had.
this is the thing. That's what they're pushing back against, right? They say, oh, these teachers aren't teaching my child. These teachers aren't Z. Well, because they're not getting paid to do that. You're their parent. Do that. You know.
And on top of some of these schools, they don't even have the materials to even be able to teach your child. And majority of our day is spent on getting your kid to just sit down and listen and show up to class and not be running through the halls. We so busy trying to get these kids under control, we don't have time to do lesson plans. So if y'all learn how to raise your kids at home and teach them how to behave when they come to school, then maybe we could learn, teach them something. There were parents, I would just flat out tell them because they had really smart children. I would just be honest and tell them, you need to get your kid out of this school because, yeah, we spent 7 hours just on discipline. Your baby's not learning a thing. You need to get them out of here.
yeah, that school shit get tricky. Now, who creates the happiness in the marriage? I know we've been talking about that. We've been in here for a while. It's been going insane. Oh, Ray, did you see that shit, bro? With the dude, he wasn't guilty, bro. With the shorty that got unlocked from this app,
Which one?
bro, wasn't actually he wasn't guilty. They put out the news. I don't know if y'all seen it or not though, but they said that the dude that went to Africa with her, he wasn't guilty. I know y'all wanted him to be guilty so
Who
bad,
you
that
talking
white man.
about?
Ashley, bro. Remember the girl that died from the app? She went to Africa.
Oh,
They said that the white dude wasn't guilty.
but
His investigation was done. He didn't do anything.
That's
yeah. How would we know that?
That's what
No, because
everybody was
because
saying
yeah,
too.
because the
That's what
problem with that, bro. Yeah, the government over there. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't. You could give him $50, bro. Like that's like a salary. Like like.
Yo, 50
Uh,
bucks as a salary is crazy.
Yeah, no, go and look at what like some
Hey,
people
yo, that
like their
is a
monthly
crazy
amount
narrative,
is like
yo.
$150 a month.
And that should be stretching them like mad long, right, Ray?
Yeah, like that's their money. That's yeah.
It's in
Yo, Ray,
Naira or
that's a
something, right?
wild
That
narrative to
what's
paint. That man,
it's the
that
different
man got an
currency. I think it's
innocent
Naira.
verdict. Stack, that man got an innocent verdict. And said talking about he could have slid a nigga 50. Hey, yo, that's a wild man. Yo,
Crazy.
No, because well, number one, right? They would have to explain how he's innocent. They can't just say he's innocent. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
gonna
That's
look up
that's
the
like
article right now, Ray. I don't know how
yeah,
they said he was, and they say, "Oh, he didn't do anything." I don't know, bro. It's
yeah. It's super fishy. Yeah. Yeah, anybody can be paid off, but especially when shit is $50, like everybody can be paid off. Like everybody. Like
yeah, anybody could definitely be paid off quick. Yep, sure can. Especially when you go to them third world countries, motherfucking money, man. That shit be changing people's lives a couple dollars. Just like Ray said, $100 a fucking they eat all damn year with $100. It's
and and
fucking
and I- and I and I have like when I go out to Africa specifically, like, and I'm always in Kenya, like $500 a month, you can take care of you. Like if you got a wife over in Kenya, you can give $500 a month. She'll think you're the king of the
I
world.
already know. Same thing. Same thing in
That's a great life.
same
That's a
thing in
great life.
Thailand, right, Ray? If you go to
Yeah, I
Thailand, you
mean it's
got
just
that too.
and so when men go around doing these forms of like